What's up, everybody? It's Taylor, Sheepish, of the Sheepish Goat. You're watching the channel. This video is going to be a little bit different, and I wanted to start with a quick preamble to clarify exactly what it is. So, if you watch my channel with the assumption that it's fully art-related, drawing specifically, it's not. That might be a misunderstanding of what this channel is. This channel, in its core, is about storytelling. It's about honest conversations, breaking down of processes and mental thoughts, and sharing things. That's really what it's about. And I had the opportunity to go up and spend a week with my grandpa in the build up to his 80th birthday for his 83rd birthday. Thanks, COVID. We went up on July 15th, 2023, and I was able to spend 3 days recording with him, having him discuss his life and just the numerous stories he's able to tell. My grandpa is awesome. He is a real storyteller. He's probably the funniest and hardworking person I know. And he's just really great. So I had the opportunity to record with him and get a lot of his stories taken down. I'm sure there's more to come in the future. And this is going to be a long series. And it's going to just be talking about all of his stories and sharing all those with you. So I hope you enjoy it. I really do. There's a lot of really, really funny moments, a lot of really interesting moments, and some sad and sweet moments. Because again, it's a life. That's what it is. So without further ado, let's get into it. This is the series, Stories of a Storyteller. This is episode 1. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hi, I'm Willie, and this is Fisher's Bar. And I got my own whiskey, Red Eye.
You make it yourself?
Yes, I made it myself. These are my stories about the farm. So my dad is Adam J. Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
My ma's was Clara Scherer. And my mom lived in Strasbourg, hometown of Lawrence Welk. And my dad lived on the farm, grew up on the farm, like 11 miles straight east of Strasbourg.
And do you know how they met?
There was a lot of dances.
Oh.
They had a lot of barn dances.
Oh, okay.
And my dad had a lot of barn dances. And I was kind of surprised.
Why is that?
As I was becoming a young man, I thought about my dad and me are a lot alike.
Yeah?
He was always selling stuff.
Yeah.
He would have barn dances. He would sell cigarettes. He would sell combs. He would sell nail files. Nail clippers.
Yeah.
He would sell many things at his dances.
Yeah.
Barn dances were very popular.
Yeah. So he would invite like everybody in the community over to the bar?
Yes, and they would come. They would come with horses and buggies. The women would definitely come.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. I never saw it. I wasn't around.
Yeah.
But women, maybe there was some women that had their own Shetland pony.
Yeah.
But they came with buggies.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do you think he had the dances to sell his stuff, or he just had the idea and did it at the same time?
Well, my dad he loved to dance, and
he did.
He was a very good dancer.
Huh.
where I didn't care much for dancing.
Yeah.
But I think what could have started him making these barn dances to make money.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because he sold a lot of stuff at his barn dances. I was surprised. He sold a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Do you know what kind of dance he would do? Would it be like a polka?
Well, they would have a lot of two-step waltzes and polka.
Really?
And he could have met my ma at his own dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Huh.
And to come by horse and buggy.
Oh, yeah. How far would that be?
Well, to come by buggy and horse probably would be at least 3-4 hours.
Yeah. Huh.
10, 11 miles? Or maybe not.
Huh. So did she grow up on a farm or no? Like, did her parents have a farm?
You know, I cannot remember.
Yeah.
I remember always as a little boy going to Grandma Cher's house.
Yeah.
And her parents lived always in town.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
I know
interesting.
we used to play marbles
At their house?
on the you make little holes in the dirt and you shoot marbles.
Yeah.
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 And there was always we would play with cousins.
Yeah, at their house, at the sheriff's house?
Yeah. So I know they're like my ma's brothers
Yeah.
have farms around,
Uh-huh.
but I cannot remember Grandma's parents having a farm. They always lived in town.
Gotcha.
But my mom was the youngest from that family,
Oh, okay.
so they could have had a farm once.
Mhm.
I never asked. I don't know why. They could have had a farm.
Were they close in age, your parents? Were they pretty close in
No,
age?
my dad was 8 years older than my mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
So he already, and like you said, he had his own farm already, probably when she came to his dance. You think so?
My dad?
Yeah.
No,
No, not until they were married?
till they got married.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then they moved. They built a farm 3 blocks away.
Yeah.
They built a little house, and that little house was just for a couple.
Yeah. Well, until all the kids came.
And they had many kids, and they never added on to that house. They just put many bed sheets. All they did was buy bed sheets and had them hanging all over it for bedrooms.
Yeah, to divide it up.
Yeah, as the kids were coming, more bed sheets.
Yeah. Okay, well then, so just for the video, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
There was a total of, with myself, was 10 of us.
And what were all of their names? Or are all of their names?
Well, Gene, the oldest, Kenny, and me,
Mm-hmm.
Donnie, Sally, Diane, Darlene, Bobby, Gary, and Marilyn was the baby.
Yeah. And, yeah, I mean, and it would have been common, right, at the time to have so many kids.
Huh?
It would have been common for them to have so many kids. I'm sure most of the families did, right?
There was some families. I know there was some families there that had 12 kids. I think the Welks, John Welk, there were probably 3/4 of a mile across the creek. They had 12. But then there was a family that was kind of real close to our church, was like 3 miles northwest. They had like 14 or 15 kids.
Really?
Yeah. So that all the families the majority were a lot of kids.
Yeah. Were you and your siblings, were you all like evenly spaced out, or how big of a gap is the
Well,
age between most of you?
Me and Kenny, when we came to Milwaukee,
Mm-hmm.
never maybe realized until I'm 19, Kenny is 20, and Gene is 21.
Yeah.
And then Donnie was almost 2 years behind me. Then Sally is real. Then Sally, then I never realized, but she's got birthday coming up in August,
Yeah.
and she's going to be 80.
Yeah.
So then she was real close to Donnie again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had a new kid pretty often at the time, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, I don't know. From what I know, I don't really think any of you kids like married anyone right around you.
No. But it happened.
Would that be pretty common? I mean, would the family be involved back then with setting up relationships, or not at all? Not at
no.
all.
They probably tried, maybe.
Yeah.
It happened, but not that I know
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. How many acres was your farm?
Our farms were like 650 acres, yeah.
Yeah. And you said they were spread out, right? It wasn't one
Yeah.
plot.
It was, no. There were 600 was spread out. Sometimes you would work right next door to a neighbor that lived 2-3 miles away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, when you think about it, it was how funny or strange how they laid the land. Is that your whole 650 acres be right here, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you had to go 3 miles with this machinery to do another 50 acres. Yeah.
Yeah. That's hard.
Why they did it that way, but it must have been a reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the farms were real close.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you didn't have to go far to talk to your neighbors.
Yeah, like the farmhouses.
Yeah.
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 So the farm, you said it was a lot of acres, and then it was really important or significant because you had the creek running through it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you said the creek ran through most of the property?
In 200 acres of pasture, we had the entire creek running through our pasture,
Yeah.
which was so neat,
Yeah.
where other farmers didn't have that privilege.
Mm-hmm.
They only had sometimes not even enough creek where the cows could water.
Oh, yeah.
And some farmers didn't have no creek running through their pasture.
Really?
But it was almost not fair
Yeah.
that we had all the creek running through our pasture and we had ice.
Yeah. In wintertime. Because, I mean, when you were little, was it just, I assume it was mostly dirt roads, right?
Huh?
When you were little, I assume the roads that were there were mostly just dirt roads, right?
All dirt roads.
Yeah. Would you have, like, wild animals running around?
Well, you saw more wild animals then. You saw wolves, more wolves than now. Or
Yeah.
skunks. You saw, I can't remember seeing a lot of deer, really.
No.
But we actually used to kill, but they killed a lot more fox
Yeah.
and wolves once I left.
Hmm. Did you have any problems with wild animals in the farms? Like
No.
with like wolves coming around or anything?
Not really. You had to be careful. The chickens.
Mm. To get in the coop or something?
Yeah, the chickens. They would come.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or we had ducks. Ducks in the creek. The creek was walk down to your chicken coop or barn, and you walk another few feet. There was the creek.
Yeah.
And some animal would kill our ducks, not ducks, geese. Geese, we had geese.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they would kill them. So it must have been something that lived in the water.
Yeah, but you said you guys would go down there and like play in the water and stuff by the creek.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah. We would fish a lot and catch crab. Yeah.
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 Which are
Crawdads or crawfish.
Yeah.
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 But you never saw any like animals in the water, like you said.
No.
No.
No. There was no hippos. What do you call that big?
What's that?
What are you?
Hippopotamus?
No.
So what would you do normally on the farm? So say it wasn't time to harvest the crop, but what would you do like on a day-to-day kind of basis?
Actually, well, we picked. Our dad made sure all the rocks were picked, because rocks will come up every spring from the frost.
Oh, they'll lift up from the ground.
Yes, every spring you had to do a lot of rock picking.
And was that just in the field or just around the farm and everything?
In the field, because when you go and you cut that, or with the combine,
Mm-hmm.
pick up, if you run a rock through your machine, I mean, make a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And not a lot of farmers were as fussy as our dad. No, we had to pick all these up.
Yeah, all of them.
Because Dad would always say, them are the rocks that you don't see will make damage to your machinery. And it was all said in German.
Yeah.
But some farmers would just pick up the big farm, and they would have their rocks picked in 2-3 days. Where my dad was fussy, we had to pick rocks for a month sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you have to go through all those acres of land and
Yes.
find all the rocks.
Oh, yes. And our dad sometimes would us carry a little pail
Yeah.
so we get them little rocks. And sometimes I would look, if he didn't see it, I would step it in.
Into the ground.
And then the kids would, Dad, Willie just pushed another rock into the dirt. And then he would make me get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where would you put all the rocks that you find? Did you have
We
like a
would
certain
put them
section?
on a rock pile.
Oh, so you make a pile.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of rock piles on the fields.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of rock piles. Once in a while, you would find a fossil.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, where somebody, like a wolf or something, had stepped on it.
Oh, like a print.
A print.
Really?
Once in a while.
That's really cool.
Yes. And when you think now, I wish I would have kept them.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be neat.
I mean, that went back many years.
Yeah.
Because that's how far that rock worked up for many, many years.
Yeah. Exactly. Slowly. Yeah. How was the ground? Was it a lot of clay or was it pretty soft?
Actually, we had. Now that I think about it, maybe that's why they did that.
Hmm.
Some fields were real nice,
Yeah.
and some were clay.
Yeah, they were.
Maybe that's why they did that.
Could be.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I never thought about that.
Hmm.
That's right.
Yeah.
I know that 180 acres was a lot of clay.
Really.
Then you go a mile this way, and the ground was so much better.
Yeah.
You got more per acre, more a bushel better.
Did you have to do you take the weeds out and stuff, or would you put anything down to prevent weeds from growing before you put crop down, or no?
No.
That's good. That would be a lot of extra work.
Yeah, there wasn't such a thing.
Yeah, at the time.
No, but you had to work the ground over more.
Yeah.
You had to kill it in the fall.
Did you have a machine to do tilling, or would it be something that pulled behind like a horse?
Yeah, you had like a plow.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was with horses.
Yeah.
But then not long we had with tractors.
Yeah, to do it. Yeah.
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 But I remember plowing with horses.
You do remember that?
Yeah?
I bet that'd take a long time.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that would be hard. Okay, so then your parents have the farm. They have you. What does what is living on the farm like?
Actually, the farm life, I think, was living very peacefully.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you didn't know no better.
Yeah.
You just lived it.
Yeah.
And it was, I really, when I think back, it was a great life. But,
Well, what do you think? Do you want to take a break or are you good?
yeah, what time is it? Yeah, we can take a break.
Take a little break?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll eat my fruit, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good choice.